Hi there crafters, Louise with you today. Thanks for checking out this video. This is actually from one of the pre-made backgrounds from How to Kill a Kit with Style, which was actually in April, and it kind of got out from underneath me. I had all these projects prepped and done and videos recorded, but I didn't have time to do any of the voiceovers or upload them onto YouTube. So, rather than them just sit in my camera roll and never see the light of day, I want to actually share them. And if you followed my original video showing how I pre-made some mixed media backgrounds, this is actually one of those backgrounds. So this was a plain wood grain sheet, and I used the smushing technique. So I had some green spray or ink or something on a craft mat, and I just turned my pattern paper upside down and smushed the color into the background. So here I'm going to just work from that base and enhance this, and this particular little layout actually features a technique that I personally have never done before. So over 20 years I have been a scrapbooker, and I have never fussy cut a photo. I've seen so many people do it, and I think they do it so well. I personally really just like my photos with their backgrounds. I like them to have the story about what's going on around them, and in the past I have felt that maybe the photo got a little bit lost because you'd fussy cut it, but I am going to go ahead and have a go at it. And I really think that with the grungy background that I ended up with here, I really love how this particular photo sits against the page. All right, so far in this, in terms of busting our mixed media stash, we've got some kind of mixed media background. I can't remember if it was a spray or a watercolor. Then we have got Nouveau drops through a stencil to add that little bit of text. And now I'm using some gold paste just with the edge of the spatula, and I'm going to just rub the lines and sort of blend them into the different directions. So not super hard techniques, but when you're using your mixed media supplies, certainly don't be afraid to mix techniques and keep layering and adding. And I could have gone ahead and added some splatters here. Some white and black splatters would have really blended in nicely with the background, but certainly I felt like this was enough, and you will sort of know yourself too how you like your scrapbook pages to look. But I hope that by me sharing this video, it certainly inspires you to pull out some of your mixed media products, because as you can see from the start of the video, the Nouveau had started to dry up. I had to clean out the nozzle and spend a bit of time getting rid of the part that was no longer usable. And that's really, I know personally, I have a lot of stuff in my stash and I just need to start using it. I also found that the actual process of creating for this How to Kill a Kit with Style YouTube hop, even though I didn't technically make it in time, I found the freedom to create was really something that I enjoyed. A lot of my creating is spent with design team projects and other Scrapbooker's Journal magazine, online magazine for Australians, and a lot of work that I'm doing in the background, but not necessarily just for the joy of creating. And this was about stash busting and getting to just play with some of those techniques that I maybe hadn't used for a little while, and I really had fun with it and think that I'm super happy with the layouts. So if I can inspire, that's essentially why I post my videos on YouTube. It's certainly not for likes, it's not going to make me a millionaire, and that's not why I do it at all. It is purely just that I want to share the love and the inspiration, whether it be stash busting or picking up a technique or something that you can take away from each video that inspires you to either be creative or try something different and new. Now, the washi tape border was one of my items from the kit that I pulled. So I'd had sort of this packet of washi tapes, and you can see now that I'm trying to really just embellish this background a little bit more. I still haven't quite worked out how to store my embellishments well enough that I can get to them when I need to. You can see that they're in this big box and they're all in these plastic pockets, and you know, they're sort of in some kind of semblance of order, but not great. So that's something I have to revisit. But it's great to be able to just pull out what I am inspired to use. And so these little circular stickers, they're a Vicky Bouton collection. They're a background, they're a sticker element from a Vicky Bouton collection. I apologise, I can't remember which one. And so are the leaves, actually. So they did form part of a Kitaholic kit, but they were a Vicky Bouton product. And you can also see that I've pulled out the letters, which were again a stash busting item that I originally pulled when I put my kit together. And the title itself is actually it's sort of like an in-house joke. This particular child is not a cricket star at all. He's actually a golfer, and he was asked to fill in as they were short of players. So he ended up, I quickly snapped a photo of him in all of his cricket gear because he is not a cricketer, and he was a little bit unimpressed that he'd been asked to fill in, but he went out and gave it his all. So it's kind of just a cute little page with a little bit of a story. And I do like the way that the gold pops with the background and the letters, the glitter, and those leaf pieces. All right, so that's my creation. I thought I'd share it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and certainly leave comments. I love to read them and see what you're inspired by. This has been super fun, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys.